Looking good this week, guys. You got a couple extra cards here, but I honor whatever spirit tells me to do. Fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, your vibes for the week ahead. You've got a fork in the road. So I'm going to read it and then we'll discuss it. You are faced with a decision. The fork in the road up ahead could be a giant shift for you. Perhaps a move, a new job, or a relationship is on the horizon. You may be feeling the urge to make some healthier life changes. This is an opportunity for growth and expansion. Love that. Choose your scenery and walk into the direction of the life you want to be living. This may also be a call to take the high road and not get wrapped up in lower vibe energies, fire signs. Shed anything that is not in alignment with your desired future. It's happening. That is the last line on this card. It's happening because it is. Okay, now's the time. Now or never is what I'm feeling like. It's the time to leap in the direction of your choosing. I feel like you're being drawn. It does say this is an opportunity for growth and expansion. I love these cards here that complement this because the first one is Angel of the Four Directions, and the second one is Travel. Wow. Oh my goodness. So that tells me, like, fire signs, you are expanding your horizons. Okay. Maybe you're getting another job. Maybe you're moving to a new town. Maybe you're, deciding to really shift things in a major way for yourself. This is expansion. And what I want to say to you is make sure that whatever you're walking into, I'm telling the fire signs, it's going to build momentum and it's going to be, gain longevity. Okay, so that's what I want to say to you, momentum and longevity. Okay, so if it's not in alignment with you, you're going to be stuck with something for a long time that's getting bigger. Okay, so fire signs, I really want you to be in alignment with the directions that you are stepping into. Okay, and it is your choice, and it's about fucking time is what spirit wants me to say. Okay, because I do feel like, look here, what's going on, this travel, this four directions. Okay, travel, maybe you just came back from a trip. I happen to know some fire signs that did. Okay, maybe you were one of those who have been traveling as well, or maybe you desire to travel and branch out, whatever this could be. The angels of the four directions support you no matter which direction it is. There are no wrong answers here. That's what I feel. As long as it's right for you, it's right for spirit, and spirit will support you, but not if it's not right for you. You understand this? If you say, oh, spirit, I think maybe I'm going to do this for the sake of others, but I'll be unhappy. Spirit's not going to co-sign that plan. Things are not going to click into place for you, fire sign. Okay, and that is your sign that you are encountering resistance on the path because you are attempting to move in a direction that's not in alignment with divine will. Hello. But I feel like most are. That's why I'm saying you feel it inside when you're like, oh my God, I can't believe I signed up for this. Then that's the areas in which spirit is saying to kind of branch away from. Okay, that's your inner knowing. Sometimes we don't want to have to go to work. Yes, that's not what I'm talking about here, because we don't want to have to go to work, but we need to pay our bills, right? Okay, one hand washes the other there. However, there are things in life that we commit to do, or maybe we go along with some other plan that just doesn't really sound like a great idea. I'm telling fire signs, whatever you're involved in is going to build momentum and gain longevity. So decide where you want to be going here. What can help? Wow. Surrender to effortlessness. Stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force the river. Holy smokes. I was just saying that and I did not know the card said that. So yeah, that's crazy. So recognizing when you're swimming upstream, against the current, and noticing like, oh, so maybe I shouldn't put so much effort in this area. Sometimes we feel the tension or the restriction, resistance, and we go, maybe I need to try harder, push past this, and do more to make it happen, but spirit is saying, if you're trying so fucking hard, that is a sign and a warning flag that's telling you maybe it's not the right time for this, not right now, not if it's this hard. Okay, but there are areas of your life that just seem to flow. Spirit is saying, allow that flow in all areas that matter to you. Okay, because the divine supports your plan and knows what's in your heart even before you do. Okay, so when you're in the flow, you're trusting the universe to take you where you need to go and to provide whatever you need. Beautiful energy for the fire signs here. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Anastasia says, That's awesome. I'm launching a website tomorrow for my art business and starting a new children's arts and crafts club. That is so freaking cool. Like, I got chills and goosebumps for you right now, Anastasia. I told you, momentum and longevity, girl. Good for you. This is going to be big, and it's in alignment with you, with your path, with your purpose, right? Oh boy. So I'm loving these cards. Thank you for the validation, Anastasia, because you saw me pull the cards. I read as spirit draws me, and I say what they want me to say, and it lands. And thank you, God, that it does. So congratulations on the success that you are stepping into. That's how I feel about it. Aries, you've got the King of Wands. Whew. So Aries, this is fiery, creative actions, man. Stepping on your path firmly and building that momentum. Look at him. He's beating this drum so fiercely that it's on fire. You know what I mean? He's on it. He's on top of it. Like Anastasia and all the other Aries that are tuning in, right? You are jumping into something new. You are taking that high road. You are stepping into bigger, better for yourself. Expansion. Hello. And I'm saying this. That's surrender this effortlessness. I feel like you are in the flow with all of this. And I want you to recognize how easily things are clicking into place. Yes, there's a couple things that, you've got to fix or tweak or this or that. That's not what I'm talking about as far as forcing the river. Okay. You feel yourself in the flow. I've got chills right now. So recognize this feeling. You feel confident. You feel like you know what you're doing. You feel appreciated. You feel successful, even though you may not have seen it on this end yet, right? You feel like you're doing the right thing. And sometimes you may even lose time during these moments while you're in the flow. That's how you know that you really are, because you're like, holy smokes, it's already been 3 hours. No way. It feels like 20 minutes. Those are the moments that you really need to embrace this week with both hands, Aries, because I see this taking you to great places, amazing places. And I also want to say you may be very busy this week, and do not expect that this will lay the tone for your new expedition that you are up to. Okay. Because I just feel like the getting going here is going to take a bit. But like I said, that momentum will help to pace things out over time without losing from the quality of what this is giving to your life. Okay, Aries. Hell yeah, Aries is on motherfucking fire. So Leo will be next. Now, Leo, you got the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles here showing up for Leo. Now, this is interesting, okay? The whole message up here applies. Fork in the road. You may have been coming from traveling or desire traveling or expansion, yearning for more, etc. However, I really feel Leo's being extremely decisive this week, especially in the areas of relationships, around money, around energetic exchange with the people who have known you in your life. Like, whoa, I feel this fork in the road is a new pattern of how I let you treat me, how I let you get away with stuff, how I let you talk to me, or a lack of and a boundary around all of those things. Okay, so I feel like Leos are feeling quite empowered because you have experienced some things. This is what Spirit wants me to say to Leo. Regardless of what this travel or experience or questing that you may have been up to as of recently, I feel like some Leos have been traveling, some have been doing this inner quest. Maybe it's both. Okay, but what I want to say is something has changed in you. You realize that the world as a whole is so much bigger and holds so much more opportunity and is so much more expansive than your little life and your little town and your little family. Okay, so now you're stepping in with this bomb ass frequency and you're like, listen up, guys. Maybe you're not saying it, but inside, I feel like something has truly changed. And you're like, no more, man. I'm deciding where I put my time, my focus, my money, my efforts, my energy, my love. And I'm going to decide to be more proactive about, if you're not giving back to me, then I'm not going to give so much to you. You give so deeply to people that you love because that is your love language. Okay. I'm giving to you. I'm doing the things. I'm paying the bills. I'm showing up early. I'm making sure you're okay. I'm showing you all the love that I can possibly do. And you give this love because that's how you love. Okay. But where it's received, okay, they love being loved by you because it's fucking awesome. Okay. Because you go over and above and do the extra mile and all of these things. But then They don't really have to do anything to receive that. It just is. It becomes taken for granted and it is not reciprocated. Okay, this is what I'm feeling here. Please take it as it resonates, and it hurts. You love people the way that you love them, and they don't necessarily love you back in the same ways. So I can feel this moment of clarity here where you're like, you know what? I'm going to stop going that extra mile, because listen, this is how it really is. Look, I'm giving all to you, and I want a certain standard of love or affection or support, right? Togetherness, whatever. But I'm not receiving that. So now I'm going to go overtime. I'm going to do more and be bigger about it and go extra and save more money, because maybe if we have lots of money in the bank, then you'll be less stressed and you'll love me for having us together and whatever, right? So now you're doing 200% and nothing has changed. They're not coming back to you with any extra this or that or whatever. Okay. And that is where the imbalance is going on. Okay. Because now I'm giving more than I ever even wanted to, because I'm hoping to get a little bit of something back from you. And Spirit is saying that you have realized this now recently at work, at home, in personal relationships, whatever, community, I'm feeling this here. So now you're like, look, I'm really going to be more objective about how I'm in connection with people. And if you don't show up for me, then maybe I'm not going to show up for you. Good for you. Good for you. Yes, Gina is so absolutely correct. Then we become resentful. Yes, because I'm doing so much and you don't care and you're not giving back to me. And now I'm angry, but I'm still doing it because I want your love, acceptance, approval, whatever. Okay. And then there's a resentment there around that it lays on the relationship as well. So Spirit is saying not to feel guilty about pulling back in those respects and doing what your fair share is, not going that extra mile, because even the regular mile is not giving you the results that you are desiring. Okay, so Spirit is saying that those kinds of relationships, there's no quick fix. Okay, you can only adjust yourself. Okay, so this is what Spirit is kind of showing me. I'm doing all of this stuff because I want your love and approval. Okay, and I'm not getting that from you, so I'm gonna do even more now. So now I'm doing all this extra stuff. That's your whole 200%, right? So Spirit is calling you to recognize that, pull back to what your regular stuff is, and then even potentially mirror that relationship, mirror that person. But what they're saying is when you're going that full amount, you're not leaving space for them to bridge the gap. Okay, so if you leave that space, they can start putting in their equal share, start reaching toward you in that same way. Okay, so that's what Spirit is saying, to leave that gap open. Just do a little bit what you're comfortable with, whatever this is. And if they take up the gap and meet you halfway, let them. If they don't, continue just to hold your comfortable routine or structure. I feel like you're understanding me here, even though I feel like I'm speaking in parables. Okay, it's about only doing this and letting them decide to come that extra way to meet with you in the middle. And if they do, they do, and if they don't, they don't. It says a lot more about them than it does about you. And if they get tired of it and go, oh my God, I can't believe you're not even doing all those extra things anymore, you're so lazy, you're so mean, you're so whatever, then guess what? I can see that my best is not appreciated here. My overtime is not appreciated here. My regular stuff, not appreciated. Okay. And I can go do all of that stuff on my own and away from your griping self and be successful and happy. I'm talking to someone here. You have all the power and control. The illusion is the acceptance that you desire from others who are unwilling or unable to give that to you in the way that you receive it. Clear communication, man. If you are feeling let down from your folks, say something they may not even know. I won't say that's, the case in every case, but if it matters to you, it should matter to the people closest to you. And if you keep it inside and you don't ever say this, then they just wonder, why you're so resentful, why you're so angry, give them the chance to be good partners, family members, coworkers. Give them the opportunity to bridge that gap and meet you where you need them to, because they won't know if you don't tell them. Now, if you tell them and you've had these conversations, then that speaks volumes too. They're not willing to work with you. They don't want to meet you halfway, whatever. Then you can address that in whatever way you choose. But I suggest it would be in a different manner. But conversations, man. Yes, they might seem like they create arguments or problems, but we find conflict resolution through those arguments and problems. We find healing results, right? That we can all be on the same page and agree to be better about. So yeah, an argument and confrontation. I hate confrontation. I can't stand it. So I'm preaching to I'm I'm speaking to you guys, but Spirit is speaking to me too. You know that you've got to tell your folks when something is wrong because they don't know. And then you're angry for some unknown reason and holding things against them for not being mind readers or not fixing some problem that they're not aware of. If you're aware of the problem, let people know so you can all live happier, coexist with one another more peacefully. Sagittarius, check it out. You've got major arcana card number 10, the Wheel of Fortune. I love this. So check it out, Sag. This fork in the road is literally the opening and the opportunity. And I got goosebumps right now to travel, to go somewhere, to move to a different path or journey or whatever it is for you. Spirit supports this. I feel like you've been praying about it. I feel like things have been up in the air and you're not really sure. And maybe, just maybe, something's going to land right in your lap this week. Okay. I really feel like that could be the case here because the Wheel of Fortune is about the luck finally turning in your favor. Okay, if you could see this lady, see all the wheels and cogs and gears and whatever under her dress, it takes time for all of that to be put in motion. You know what I mean? And one thing sets off another, and it goes right to her heart right there. Sagittarius, I feel like this is a domino effect of things that are clicking in behind the scenes for you to step into something crazy new. Okay, I feel like it's really, really new. Okay, like it's gonna catch you off guard, like, wow, this is new, but yeah, it sounds like fun. You know, I feel like this is going to be something that is exciting, but it's going to take, you know, a little bit of stuff to be put in motion. But I feel like it's going to be something that moves you. You're interested in this, you're already being pulled in this direction, so allow the universe to bring it that way. Okay, because this surrender to effortlessness, look, I feel that's why it feels so new. Okay, listen, Sagittarius. Now, okay, I don't know about your life, but you know, I was raised to believe that everybody's supposed to, you know, live a certain way and have a 9 to 5 job so that you can buy your own home and, you know, pay off all your credit card bills and all these things, right? There's a certain cookie cutter lifestyle that it seems to be the typical norm, appropriate, acceptable existence here in America. Okay, I feel like Sagittarius, you are expected. You expect yourself to stick to your certain routine. Okay, however long you've been stuck to this little routine that you're on. Okay, I wake up at this time, I go to these places, this is my day, this is my life, blah 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 blah. I feel like whatever this is wanting it's something good, and it might pull you off from those regular monotonous this that, and that's where I'm feeling this surrender to effortlessness. So this routine that you have going on has started to become tense, has started to have restrictions. Oh my God, I broke my this, I stubbed my toe, and they're always grouchy. And you know what? And things aren't as in the flow any longer, right? That's what I want to say. Sagittarius, you found the flow. So you think you need to stick to this path. However, sometimes the flow branches and goes different directions, but you are still sticking to an old version of yourself, an old pattern that you have been living, etc. I feel like this wheel is something new being introduced to you. Maybe it's even your new idea to decide to change your fucking life, Sagittarius. You're the one who knows what's right for you, and you're the one who somehow in there has set it in motion. All right, that's under your dress, that's attached to your heart. So it's time to get those legs a moving and start taking that fork in the road, even if it's not the same old familiar path that you thought would take you there. That's where I think the surprise is at, is you expect to do things a certain way, and it's becoming, you know, that force. You're forcing up the river, you're swimming upstream, and you're like, why isn't this working? Because now something else is beckoning to you, and it's time to start trying to do it that way, or move in that direction, or open to that idea, or whatever this is, because that's where your new flow will be. And I feel like it's taking you to the next up leveling in your life, Sagittarius. Yes, the flow is always changing, and it's okay to change with it and move with it. Thank you.